Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you a fantastic instrument by Pegasus, the luthier Bob Gleason from the island, the Big Island, the Hawaii Island here in Hawaii. I got a tenor size custom ukulele from him, and this ukulele features sugi pine wood here on the front, Japanese sugi pine wood, found in Hawaii here on the front, and then on the sides and back we have really beautiful, I see some green color Milo rosewood here on the sides and back. Really nice, and it's accented very nicely with more brown from the Hawaiian curly koa here around the sides, on the back binding, and here along the front binding. Again, I like to take notice and I like to kind of point out when there's kind of like overall themes going on in the ukulele. So with this, one of those brown themes in terms of not using koa to get brown, but using other different types of woods, especially the Milo, pretty common types of rosewoods to use for ukuleles on the sides and back. But very interesting to use, just a different type of wood that we wouldn't think of using on the on this instrument. So the sugi Japanese wood, really really nice brown, and then even more so, we have more of that Milo wood here on the bridge, here on the fretboard, even here on the headstock. And even here on the sides, we have curly koa binding along the sides of the fretboard, just like that. Around the rosette, we have our Paua abalone shell, accented really nicely, and you can never go wrong with the red purfling, especially on like a brown kind of surface, whether it's curly koa, this sugi wood, or even this brown Milo rosewood on the sides and back. It's really nice to have the red. I have a custom kamako with curly koa, and I chose red because red just accents really well aesthetically with the brown kind of theme going on with this instrument. And a nice little side touch is here on the bridge. We have Paua abalone shell. That's more just like another one of the cool aesthetic things here. Little extra that is on the bridge here. We have a simple binding, simple wood binding right here along, or purfling around the sides of the instrument, even here on the sides, and then even here on the back of the instrument. And what's really cool about this instrument is that this instrument has the bevel. So essentially, if I'm holding the instrument like this, and I like to hold it at the 45-degree angle, I can go ahead and rest my arm there, and it just feels really nice. I can go ahead and do this. Feels really nice to go ahead and just play and be comfortable versus having maybe a sharper edge like this. Over here, this side bevel is really nice. And what's cool too is that it goes down far enough so, like, let's say you're holding the instrument more maybe like this, you can still take advantage of that side bevel. Or if you're holding it more like me in a classical manner at that 45-degree angle, it still comes up high enough to where you can go ahead and hit it like that, and you're very comfortable being able to hold this instrument, whether you're standing up with a strap like this or if you're sitting it on your lap just like this. On the side here, we have a nice side port or side sound port. Also, it has the binding of the curly koa with more of that wood purfling, or that purfling, that white kind of purfling around the side over here. A nice little side touch is that we have that heel block right here. It has that abalone shell right here on the heel block. We have a gloss mahogany neck here on the back, and then we have gold and black Grover gear tuners here on the back. And then we have the Pegasus pearl, mother of pearl inlay on the top. This ukulele does have a radius fretboard, and for me personally, I do like having radius fretboards on my instruments just because you get a slight curvature on the fretboard, and if you were to shake your hand and kind of just rest your hands, you can notice that it has that nice, or it has a natural curvature like that, versus if you have to make your hand straight, you have to put some tension in your hand. So it's just kind of more natural to have that radius fretboard, that way you can have that nice arch but still make a clean bar chord just like that, versus trying to make it completely straight on a regular fretboard. All preference, but I really do like that feature of having that radius fretboard just like that to get a nice bar chord sounds, or if you're just trying to hold other chords on this instrument. So yeah, it's a fantastic instrument. Again, I really love the brown theme going on, and it feels really comfortable to hold. The setup is really nice. The action is really low, so I don't have to press hard. Along with the radius fretboard, it just makes it a really fun, and the playability of this instrument is really, really high, which I really like about this instrument. Now, going into the sound, it has such a warm and resonant tone, and it almost reminds me of like what an ukulele is meant to be, kind of like what it's meant to sound like, which is a very warm and inviting instrument, which is what this ukulele, really inviting, warming, soothing sound quality, which is what you kind of have in that traditional sounding Hawaii music back from the 30s and 40s, 50s. Just really warm and inviting. especially when you're doing like fingerstyle or you're doing kind of picking on instrument. It's really clean, but it just has such a nice warm tone. It's not punchy, it's not bite, it's not punchy, it's not too bright. Just really nice warm, even on that 12th fret. Nice sustain. Just so warm again. Whew, really sweet. Yeah. You know, plucking on every string. Really nice. You can hear every single note. Just a super clean instrument. Again, it's just so warming and inviting. If you want to play Hawaiian music. Or even if you want to just want to do some basic strumming, this instrument can do it all. Really nice, warm, quality sound. Just, yeah, nice sustain. This is an awesome instrument. It's really fun. Again, the playability of this instrument is really high. The action is really low. For someone like me, I always like to tease myself and I have girl hands, and I can't handle being able to play an instrument where the action, basically how high above the strings are sitting above the frets, how much you have to press down. This instrument's set up on the lower end, so I don't have to hold really hard when it comes to bar chords, where there's really complicated chords. And the higher you go along the frets, the more the fretboard kind of levels off and dips down a little bit. So if I were to hold, like, let's say this chord where I'm holding 10, 10, 10, 12, technically it would be harder. You have to press a little harder to hold this chord versus if I held it down here, where the strings are closer to the nut and it's closer to the fretboard, versus down here it starts to dip a little bit more. So even holding chords down here, I don't really have to hold that much. It's just really easy to hold all these complicated chords. And again, you can just listen to how clean all these chords sound. Yeah, what a treat. So here is a few sound samples that goes along with this instrument. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Yeah, so easy to play. Just really nice. So here's what this instrument will sound like with some strumming.